Let's go into what was the major news for the weekend in regards to social media and music. In a sense, Skeng's EP, The Beast of an Era. It's moments like this I'm his jamming for. Random. Was that random? You know what I mean?
Gosh. Yeah. How was the launch, guys?
You didn't go with us.
Unfortunately.
You didn't go launch hopping with us.
Yeah.
But we launched up from Bojo and Barry's event at ROK Hotel. We hopped from that to Skeng's EP launch. Just to quickly tell the people about that experience. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice
Vibe was
setting.
good.
The ROK Hotel is nice. His vibe was nice. Get free liquor and all these things. Yeah.
Food?
We did try to go for some Remy, but they must say, that's a bit too high right now.
Of course, they would have tried.
Of course, we are gonna do that.
You can still look at vodka.
Ray and Nefiro.
Yeah, that's what I'm
White overproof.
Sarah, them give it to the glass. I took the glass. You know what I mean? Away from the vineyards. I took it to Skeng's lunch. I said, all right.
They know now.
They don't know.
Your picture get up on the front.
We'd go there and Bojo did talk. Bears wasn't there. Bears appeared virtually. Bojo went into a soliloquy. Bojo tends to do. You know what I mean? And thanked the people. And then we left.
Okay.
And then we went to Skeng's EP launch. Well supported.
Yeah.
Go on. There are some people that saying that people never show up. That's not true. Only people did that. Now, as it goes to the reports of it being a disappointment, this is something that we possibly can have a discussion on. Because a lot of people were separate and apart from the media reports, were indeed disappointed about the event. When we showed up, it was like a dance atmosphere, like a street dance atmosphere, which I liked.
Like a party vibe, people are.
It's fine. Roger Wiley performed. Good reception. Valiant performed. Great reception. But the possible artist, right? Hottest. I mean.
Catch it at a line.
What?
Catch it at a line.
Yeah, Father Dipper. 450 and Dino Crazy perform.
Okay.
Craft perform. One of the artists I dance right too. Pretty do her thing. That's all. So I'm forgetting. And then
so all of this happened while you now wait for Skeng.
Yeah. So they kept the people entertained.
Yeah.
And then it was
food? Free food?
I saw wings go around, but we never get to get them. Which I was kind of upset about. But yeah, we did get a rum punch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Then the man of the hour, Skeng, which Boom took a total of 10 minutes to call him to the stage.
Wow.
I'm exaggerating a bit, but it took a long time.
I feel like it would have been brought up for
like it was Skeng, where's Skeng there? Skeng! You know what I mean? And then he showed up.
Without his hair.
Yeah, new hairstyle.
You don't know. Respect, you hear that, everybody? Yes. Love and appreciation. I show to everybody when they support me. No? As you can see, yeah, man.
Russian game I watch.
Yeah, you see the Rolex.
Yeah. I like how the thing are going and use them for live, you know? New Rolex.
And then,
Whoops.
was he there?
No, I'm just gonna sing Rolex. Oh. And the song me just a sing because it's a Rolex.
Who have you them the day now again? probably Joshy. Somebody I could.
Wow.
Oh, you see, you always I get we not trouble. You always do this all the time. I believe it out.
Never know them did
I
have
believe
issues, but they just
I
say,
believe
can you
that.
say Rolex? I'm just say.
You're trying for that get whatsoever.
Why?
And then him perform half of one of them song them, one of them new song half of the EP, and then that was it.
Big up all our happy people in the gunman defend run the place, I ain't have to contemplate. Let's shot, violate, and you beat the shell of you. Then the rifle on the face, be in talk. Hey, boy!
And then
And then it done?
here,
We left.
hold on. We left. Here the sequence of events from our perspective, right?
Yeah.
It's all really good from our perspective. So, Jervis are doing film thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and getting footage.
But
of
see, somebody
performances.
for there, no remember.
Really? Was it Pepper time? Yeah, was it Pepper time? Pepper time was on the scene.
No remember.
Pepper
And
time was
somebody
on the
social
scene.
media. I say, watch friend. Why?
Right? And Jervis are doing thing, I get footage. Yeah, that's what Jervis does.
Yeah.
And Skeng, when Skeng there perform, like, we just did stop here, Skeng. I mean, I already did run back, I sit down and cool out, right? And then we did just stop here, Skeng.
You're like, what?
And then I say Jervis. I said Jervis
What's
just
going
fought. I
on?
said cut. I said what go on like him done like like I'm out tight. Him out. Like I mean what you mean like him out like him out tight. Him just out tight and nothing else now gonna go on.
Yeah.
I was like, alright, cool. Is it on the cut? So that's what happened.
It's so anticlimactic.
Yeah.
No, but that's what happened.
Come and say, okay, on the reach, the vibe nice, everything are going good, and then, it reach a point now where I say, we want Skeng. We want Skeng. Skeng comes on, got a new era. And then that's it. That's it. That's it. Never get anything else. Because usually them go through the whole EP or the album, like them
Right.
perform couple of the song them nothing.
And this is where people's expectations had to be managed.
Wow.
Because when I saw you could say, the smoke screens, bag of performances, the bag of selections, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
them are prepare us.
Yeah.
Because we might just get a limited amount of Skeng. Like, we didn't have that in mind too, so I managed my expectation there from early.
Yeah.
You see me? We did kind of go there with some sort of foolish expectation for an interview. I tell a lie. I promise you.
Might get a one this.
I don't like when you say
one day. Oh, me, sorry, me, yeah. But I said, oh, yeah, we might get a this here too. Yeah. Even though we don't think we've said nothing all that disparaging about Skeng in the past. I don't know.
Yeah.
You see me? But yeah, we did go there with a foolish expectation of possibly getting like at least something what we do with like coffee.
Yeah.
It's been like not too
Something quick.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Still entertaining.
Yeah, you know. But them did preempt all of that. I think Akara, PR manager, she acting some sort of managerial role in his career. Went up to the stage and gave an explanation as why to him do the interviews anymore, which is poor all while going.
Already? That he has already made
Yeah,
that
it was
decision
something
not to do
about
interviews anymore.
controlling
To be honest, I'm like,
narrative.
how much interviews Skeng do? Like, has Skeng done any interviews?
The one I remember was
Locally.
the debacle. I don't remember any locally.
I don't call any local interview.
let me see if I can bring up audio of what was said, because I don't really want to misquote or mischaracterize what was said, as is the explanation I feel as to why I not give interviews in the first place. Place. Thank you. When I say place, I combine and converge those words.
Yes.
All right. So let me see if I can find that audio. Okay, here we go.
Good night, family, friends, well-wishers, industry moguls, movers and shakers, the rich, the average, the poor. God will say one love. Thank everybody for coming. Of course, Skeng had to be fashionably late.
Yes, of course.
But I don't know what the residents there. So I'm just going to try and fill in the gaps so that we can get things pretty active. Before I read this bio, especially for the press, people often call me and ask, why doesn't Skeng do interviews? We have a culture in entertainment where things are often misconstrued and we tend to count and focus on the negative. If all of us just took a minute to stop and listen to the young artists and what they're talking about, what they stand for and what they deliver, we will find that we're rich. This culture is rich in dancehall. If we do not start celebrating dancehall and championing dancehall for what it is, we are going to lose it. For those who didn't hear in the back, if we do not start to celebrate.
Yeah, I guess that's I get a picture. I think this is poor. I'll just get quickly why I think it is poor, because we've always held the belief that the artist, if it is that he's skillful enough, I don't really require much skill, you can be able to control whatever narrative you want during an interview. Yeah. We always say, no, I ask a question up to you. How you got answer it, or if you want answer it.
Exactly.
I feel that's the perspective of several media entities and platforms out there. So this thing where he wants to be able to, or things being misconstrued or what him say. Why him say outside I'm sang them?
Exactly.
This is where interviews are key. This is where the convergence between artists and media key. Where me not feel like enough of them really understand. Said there's a symbiotic relationship between media and artists.
Yeah.
So this stands for them to take for this. I'm just going to take it as an excuse that him never did too well for whatever reason. Me now put out nothing out there saying they under the influence or nothing.
Yeah.
Jervis fought to me and say him outright. We just take that for what it is. Him outright. Right? We just take it as an excuse for that. You know what I mean? But the explanation what my lady just give, poor to me.
Poor, yeah.
I don't know if you have nothing to say about that. Right?
I mean, you know, before I used to be like annoyed. It's like, well, y'all don't want to talk. Because to me, like, how I get to love an artist is through the interviews that they do. Like the songs that they do are like 4 minutes. If they do an album, it's like probably an hour, 45 minutes, an hour tops. Some album now not even go past an hour. If you get 40 minutes good, you get 40 minutes good. You know, so but it's that you can't really, and then you know that sometimes it's controlled. You know, the songs that they do is not even them sing it or not even them write it.
Exactly.
Not sing it, but not even them write it or you know. Yeah. So it's like when the reason why you love an artist and you love an artist to death is because you feel like you learn them through their personality with them interviews that they do. But you know, you come to realize that sometimes these people are really shy.
That too.
Yeah. They're pathologically, almost debilitatingly shy and anxious. That's why they have to be on so many coping like this. When we see some of them take them smoke smokes spliff.
Like should I go say cigarette?
Yeah, she combine
but still cigarette, them smoke the spliff, them drink. You know, they need several different coping mechanisms. So, you know, while I'm very loquacious. I can talk to anybody and anything. I can
Be
talk.
careful, Aria. Come off as condescending.
True. Okay. Sorry. But I can talk. You know, I don't mind talking. I don't need help like that, or you know, I'm not afraid to speak to people. But some artists like them just prefer
True.
to let the music do the talking. I don't always understand the music.
Right. And probably
Sometimes
they're
would like
already
a bit more clarity on
and
it.
me some clarity.
Some of them are already off the view that, hey, people like my music already, so what more do I need to do?
But you know, you realize that, you know, they're just different. And I'm not saying that Skeng is shy or whatever. I'm just thinking, I'm like, I used to be so angry initially, but then growing up in the space of a decade, doing this almost a decade, you realize that, Jojo, you know, sometimes I'm really shy.
Yeah, you have to
That's
not
it.
take it personal.
No,
I'm
take
just
it
saying that the
personal, I'm
reason
really
given
just shy.
wasn't really viable.
I mean, she is doing her job as a PR.
She is.
You know, she's just trying to explain to people like, oh, just, you know, I don't necessarily understand what she was saying, to be honest. That clip that was
The
put
only
out.
thing we get out the misconstrue, like, okay, we get that part there.
But then it's like, but she wasn't even saying that the media misconstrued. It's just, it was just, I never get it. I personally
It seemed like
get
she
what
was saying like the audience.
yeah,
would-
like
would misconstrue
and again,
certain things.
see, this is why you would have an interview with somebody who is actually listening, is in tune, and say, can you provide clarity on what do you mean here, what you mean by that? So
Right.
you get an opportunity to fully express and explain yourself. But you know, they're gonna do what they gotta do. They're gonna do what they want to do, and we're gonna do what we want to do. So if you want us to continue to misunderstand, misconstrue, take it out of context, and you're not going to be there to provide the fillers, or you know, provide clarity in certain respect, then that's just what you got to do.
And you know, the
you just
funny-
have to accept.
Yeah.
So you choose not to do that.
Yeah.
Then you have to accept the consequences that will come.
I know
with
the
that.
funny thing is, I know that art is supposed to be expressive and you know, abstract in a sense.
Yeah.
But we see where the vlogger them play Blues Clues with over the song. Them and say this mean this, but I think this mean this,
Yeah.
but this really mean this.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And when them do that now, some of these artists will then turn around and cuss and say, yo, me never said that. And but like, are your art, right? So you put it out for people, attach whatever meaning and interpretation you want. But this is where an interview would come into play. Where
Exactly.
if you feel like people don't really understand certain things in a song,
No, it's your
or
chance.
you want people to get more of an understanding of you as a personality.
And it's not even like you can just say you get that, but this was actually where I was coming from. So
Exactly.
like here's
Yeah.
another interpretation,
Yeah.
another spin. But you know, but I guess what Kara could say is more time maybe sometimes the interviews aren't focused on the songs. True, the interviews aren't necessarily focused on the songs. Sometimes no. But you know, if there's more to you, so if you do a lot of interviews and you realize you get certain things out the way, then there will be more of an opportunity for people to kind of figure out and say what you mean by that and da 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 da. Because even me, if I had the opportunity to talk to Skeng, my first question is like intellectual murder people edition. What that mean?
I'm gonna say, you take Molly?
Well, it's like what? Well, no, well, that is things outside of the music.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
a conversation about him and you know him, what him do. So people, I'm sure
But
any
it's in the
person,
music too.
and any interviewer
But the
themselves,
thing
they're
is,
gonna
Javi,
ask that question.
it's even that question, and it's a question with us, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see how you even handle that question, how you answer that question,
Yeah.
how you deal that question.
That's the
It
key
can
point,
go
you
a
know.
great way in ingratiating people there. Especially like for people like we.
Yeah.
I like people know how we are and them see how you are with us.
Yeah.
I mean, I make this into a personal because it
They
could
say,
be like
oh,
him
wow.
or anybody. Because I'm not people take it and say, oh, I would never get that interview. So, wait. No. We just have a general conversation about why I'm not doing interviews, at least the given statement.
Yeah.
Right? It can go a great way in ingratiating yourself with the buying public.
Must say, wow, he handled himself
As
well.
much as Alkaline is somewhat of a social pariah in a sense. He not really depend on social media. He not do interviews. Our fault. Admit it.
Yeah, and pretty
And
much
interviews
MIA.
when the prior what really make people take on to him. when people see him outside of his music, you know, because people that say, oh, this music sounds like crap. But me rate the youth to how him go on.
Yeah.
It's up to artists though if them don't want to do interviews and things like that. But yeah.
See how far that goes.
Back to the launch. I wouldn't say it wasn't much of a disappointment because I managed my expectations. I know that there's some launches where artists then perform the songs and each of the songs upon them project. I'm gonna launch where they don't, and it's okay. They provided other means of distraction to keep us entertained and to, you know,
sometimes that
give us a reason to be there.
Them a play the actual track them
but
in the
sometimes
background.
even I'm like thinking too, like let me for just, as you say, manage expectations, because when you have an album, and sometimes I'm thinking when you have it in like an open air or whatever and there's so many people there, you're not going to, people have them own side conversations, they might do them own thing, they're people distracted, so like you're not even at ear. People come for a network on Amnab, so you want to hear the song and people say, yo, like, oh, I'm an artist too, this is what I do, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a producer. Like, people have their own thing, so people using it as a networking opportunity. So sometimes the music is irrelevant, and as Nara said, I manage my expectation. I honestly, me did I expect him to come and say something to the crowd, and you know, like even just share the whole meaning behind
thanks
the
for coming
EP.
out. This is what Beast of the Era means to me. This is what whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it.
Well, that's the least that I was expecting.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, even him performing the songs, I wasn't even expecting that. But I guess it's not, because it wasn't just media and members of the dancehall community that were there. There were fans there, so I'm sure they wanted to see their artists perform the new songs, then whatever. So people had that expectation, but it was okay to me. I in my little corner, I sit down, I drink my little rum punch, but 2 rum punch. Right, like my cool, I want to go home. But it was an okay time. The lot is a good time to
nice
me.
spot,
So EP.
Okay.
We put out a poll on YouTube, our community page, tab. We ask people how you feel about Skeng's Beast of the Era EP. We ask it bad, fire emoji, of course. It alright. Garbage. 34% say it bad. 46% say it alright, 20 say garbage, 4.7 thousand votes. I think that's the general feelings around this. I think I could be wrong, but I don't want to speak for nobody. It seems that may be the general feeling across the board here. That
So the EP, alright,
was about 6 tracks.
Yeah.
What I appreciated about it most is that it never stick in a one song. The girl song I'm of
Idiot,
I know the best girl song.
No.
But there's something about the rhythm that puts in other type of vibe there. They usually would have a like social and
it reminds me of like old school dancer.
And I mean what, you just drop this in and juggling seamlessly and then you play one next song. Yeah, but it just fit right in and just keep the vibe going. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily one of them standout songs that were the girl them get paranoid on. Oh God, we need a body for wiper right now. Probably not one of them there. But I appreciate it for that. And him always show the ability to change things up. Theme, sound and style. Which I felt has kept him relevant up to this point. And not really burn out in the eyes of the people. In the eyes of enough people, I should say. So I'll say that I appreciate it for that. Otherwise, it's nothing that is transcendent. Nothing what I got really easy me.
Yeah, I mean,
the people like that.
For his first body of work, because we're assuming it's like he said it's an EP, it's first body of work. I don't think it will stand out. I don't think it stood out, but it was more of what we expect, or what we've more to come to appreciate about Skeng. And I agree with what you're saying, that, you know, he's not afraid to do several different kind of songs and type of sounds. And he played around with that. You know, it kind of coming like the songs them got into the same. So it's like the first two songs, they do sound alike.
Yeah.
Then it kind of break with Skeng and Shensi, and there was like a different vibe that was, you know.
That song is so cool.
Shensi and him had a good collaboration. The Highway and I think that's when it kind of just trailed off for me.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, like they have these 3 songs that were probably new. They didn't know what to do with it, so it's like it can go on it. But it was okay. I didn't, you know, that's why I really need to get that t-shirt. I don't hate it.
Yeah, you should.
Because I really and it's not that I don't hate it. And I say I'm not loving it because no, but it was okay. It wasn't the best first effort, but it wasn't the worst first effort. And you know, I'm not saying that it's not garbage at all. So it's good.
Classic Arrow review.
but isn't it honest?
I guess I did more fit in here. So
Yeah.
Jobs, you listen to it?
It is. Yeah, I did actually listen to the album. I was actually enjoying the flow of the album. So like how it started, New Era, and then it went into Demons Awake, that's what your name?
Yeah.
Pretty much sound the same, those 2 tracks. But then when it got to Thug Life, that's the standout track on the album for me.
Okay.
It have a vibe, I like it. And then after that, it was just like, okay, I'm done with this now.
Okay.
So the girl song on it never fit on the EP to me. It's like it out of place.
Not really. But I do appreciate.
I appreciate that he did something different.
Yeah.
But I say it would have fit in better if he did have like a Little Miss and then a next girl song and then Idiot. So it's like different segments in the album. So you have Badman or For the Ladies or whatever.
I think
EP,
it's an EP, and I think enough people grade it on the curve of an album. And it's
right.
I can't see why, honestly, because
we see Coffee.
We see Coffee basically
won an EP with her, won a Grammy with
Grammy with her EP, and
right.
people basically see that as an album, and basically the lines between EP and albums are very much blurred right now.
Pretty much.
I took this as an EP in the truest sense and not an album. So that's why me not really grade it as hard.
Yeah. Especially because I'm first body I work too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You think? Do you think it was the right time for him to put out an album or a project?
The project.
I was thinking he could have waited like probably next year.
Possibly.
Because he's burgeoning to be an international artist.
Possibly.
He has Skeng's, he has Nicky's seal of approval. So I was thinking if he got the opportunity to grow a little bit more sonically, you know, grow in his artistry, maybe like having the first body of work that would have been transcending for him. I think next year would have been the perfect time, because we can say technically in bus like late last year, early this year. I don't know. I try listen with the pandemic. I not even remember, but I go to man shift. Yeah, so it's like a year. You can say him technically bus like a year now.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, he could have. I think personally, he could have waited at probably next year.
Possibly.
Next year when him kind of grow a little bit more in his artistry, and you know feel more comfortable in him and what he's doing, finding him, seeing him, laying him sound, which I think him find him sound, but more him laying. I just feel more comfortable in himself. I think then it would have been perfect.
I have no issue with the time. It's just that
for it to be great then.
If you're gonna drop something now for really solidify yourself, say, yo, my year, this wasn't quite it. You know what I mean? So if it's that you're gonna drop something now, I feel it should really be something that really hammers that home and say, yo, I don't think
that is it. So him do this now, which is that's why I agree with you. You're not grading it hard and I'm not grading it hard, but you see, if him do something next year, which I'm hoping that he does something next year, then next year he has to do a full album. And it has to be really, really good.
Yeah.
You know? So
Marketed well too.
yeah.
And actually mixed with songs that the fans already know and love. So not all of it, but like 1 and 2 dropping couple comedy things, say maybe Protocol or whatever would have on it.
Yeah, true. I was expecting that too.
A Protocol it never gun match.
Protocol 2.
Well, they have
Protocol and
songs.
Precision. Yeah.
2 song names. But if you say Nicki Minaj just sent a message for him too, you know what I mean, at the launch and all these things. I did it with and Tommy Lee did send a message too.
Oh.
So
Nice.
they were represented there as well.
Yeah.
Govy did it. That's who me did say. I miss only part of people there. Star Cash other people. Yeah. And
You used to talk? I never see stuff.
yeah, she was there. I didn't see her there. I saw pictures of her. I never saw her. Yeah, only part people did it.
I like, me see Govy and I'm like, wait, like Nara said, I Govy that? And then I try look when I look, and you're like,
Oh
and then
my
it's like, I see the
God.
person I make for, and I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's him. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, man, Govy there, man. Big up Govy.
Y'all when we hurting, working in the graveyard. Them working hard in the graveyard, working so hard in the graveyard. Say them haunted, be a tall gun them a walk with, and the thing name love shouting. Me tell them to clean up them hands still, cause life out there for we all live. Politics we all from morning, them not care for the youths, them must starve it.
I put the family first, and it no matter about your last name. Me know we can't be the world, so what the family first, yeah. I put the family first. Love how the team I win the ball game.
Enough trap them have said for you. Pray for some little things you never get for do. Can't do nothing you never make for do. Yo, ghost man, say we cry tears. Yeah. Who would have thought that the perfect dream is a nightmare?